Okay, for our first card, Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Risings. We have the Three of Swords in the reversed position. So it looks like you guys have went through something that was, well, a bit heartbreaking. This could have been a relationship that came to an end, or this could be something that was pretty hurtful that occurred within a relationship. Or this could be, this doesn't have to be a romantic type of relationship, because we can suffer heartbreak from, people that we love, where it's platonic love as well. So this can, be on either end. This could be someone that, you've been friends with for a long time, that you cared about and you loved. So platonic love, it could be platonic love or it could be romantic love. But either way, you went through something that was hurtful and you're healing from it. At the time, it could have felt like it was pretty cruel. For some of you, it could have caused a separation. For some of you, it could have caused a severing of ties. And for some of you, you could have felt abandoned. Now, for our circumstances card, we have the Three of Wands in the reversed position. So, when we have this card in the reversed position, you were definitely putting something together. This could have been a business. This could be, a creative project. This could have even been a hobby. But the point here is you were trying to get something going. And this could have involved a partnership as well. This could have been a job for some of you also. But the overall, you're trying to accomplish something. And your desire to accomplish is still very great here, even though it's in the reverse position. You're still really wanting to accomplish this. But there can be a bit of a lack of focus, and this can cause us to overlook details. It can also cause us to not, use our foresight. So then something can occur that we just simply were not accounting for or considering that could have happened. Sometimes it can be like, we're staring at a tree instead of the forest. Sometimes we can get too caught up in the details. This can also indicate that maybe you might have had too many irons in the fire at once, like trying to do too many things at once, and this can cause this project to experience delays, frustrations. For some of you, you may have to just start over completely. Now, that's not 100% for all of you. Some of you can simply decide to step back and take an objective look at things and, go back through your plan, and you may see something that you could correct that could have been causing the problem, that could have been causing you more delays or could have been adding to the obstacles that you've encountered in trying to accomplish this. So, for some of you, you can go in and reevaluate things and tweak a few things, and in no time you can be moving forward. Now, some of you could end up having to just start over again, because with this particular card in the reverse position, it's kind of like taking a step forward to take two back. It really sucks. I mean, it feels like, Jesus, all that work for nothing. That's kind of the vibe I get here. Sometimes this can indicate that maybe your talents and your skills aren't being utilized the proper way, or maybe they're not as fine-tuned as you thought they were. So you may need to expand your skill set, or take some courses so that you can expand your skill set and utilize them in a more proper way. And you definitely want to be careful of pride and overconfidence here, because pride and overconfidence can really be the downfall with this energy. And considering that Leo is very much about their pride, you really got to be careful of being too prideful and overconfident, because this alone could cause this to fail. Having some pride's good. Being confident is great, but you don't want to be overly prideful or overly confident, because you may think that things will just magically work out for you, and then they don't. And sometimes this can indicate that that you're just having a problem with inadequate resources, or even inadequate information. Like maybe you do not have enough information in order to move forward with this, or maybe you don't have enough money, maybe you don't have enough credit, whatever it may be. There is a lack of resources here that could be causing a problem for some of you. So yeah, we will definitely be clarifying. We'll clarify the first three, and then the 6th card, and then the 10th card. To me, those are the most important cards, so those are the ones I'm going to focus on this month. Okay, and speaking of focus, this is your card, your focus card. And here we have the King of Wands. See that lion there? Yeah. Okay, so the King of Wands, obviously Leo. So this is this can be a man or a woman, okay? But in general, this man, he is very good at obtaining wealth for himself. And he actually truly enjoys being able to help others to, make wealth and materialize wealth for themselves. He likes to help, essentially. He wants everyone to be able to be happy, especially in regards to accomplishing, whether it's creative projects or creating, business opportunities or whatever it may be. The King of Wands has a very commanding type of presence. This is the type of person, they walk in the room, they automatically have the attention on them, just like Leo. You guys have a very commanding presence. So you automatically draw the attention, whether you want it or not. It just seems to inadvertently come your way, whether you want it or not. So some of you enjoy the attention and then others don't. But overall, he is an ambitious man, and he is going after what he wants. He's also a very good leader, and he's very good at delegating responsibilities. So he's an excellent boss, manager. Yeah. So we'll be clarifying that as well. So this is the card of your recent past. Some of you could still be in this energy, and if you are, this energy is moving away, but otherwise this is in your recent past. So this is the 6 of Wands. So this would indicate that you had achieved a victory. You had worked very hard to accomplish something, and you did it. You emerged victorious. You may have even gotten some recognition for it, and probably made some good money as well. So that's the positive. Now, I don't like this energy. I'm going to throw that out there right now. This is the energy for the present, the here and the now moment. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry about that. My phone has been going nuts today. Text message after text message. If I didn't know any better, I'd think I was a Leo. It's almost like I'm popular today. Okay. Now, yeah, this is the present, the here and the now energy. As I was saying before, I don't like this energy. So here we have the Five of Coins. So some of you could be experiencing some trying times. This could be trying times in regards to your finances. Sometimes this can indicate financial bankruptcy. This could also indicate spiritual bankruptcy, though, as well. So your finances may be fine, but maybe spiritually you're bankrupt. So, it can go either way. Or it could just simply be implying that you are going through some trying times right now. And perhaps some of you may have been feeling like you've been put out in the cold. Maybe you have a certain situation in your life where you feel like you were put out in the cold. So that's definitely not the best energy here. I don't care for it. I certainly hope it gets better. But we're going to put a crystal right here to absorb some of this negativity because we don't need it. This is positive, okay? This is your near future card. So I'm taping this on March the 2nd. So this energy is basically a week or two away. And for some of you, you could be experiencing the energy already, or some of you could be experiencing the start of this energy. And then there's some of you that will begin to feel this over the next week or two. So here we have the Ace of Swords, which seems to be making an appearance in a lot of readings lately. And I don't mind. I love the Ace of Swords. Excuse my French, but this is a sword that literally cuts through the bullshit. So it gets you to the truth of the matter. So if there is any situation in your life where you have been seeking the truth, you're going to get it. You will get the truth. But overall, the Ace of Swords is a new beginning. And it's a beginning where we are very focused and we're ready to jump in and get things done. Sometimes Ace of Swords, it is a sword, so it can cut both ways. So you do have to be careful of being too pushy. So yeah, you definitely got to be careful of being too pushy. You don't want to push an issue too far. But overall, this is a new beginning, a new direction, or a new start for you guys. This could be a new job. Maybe some of you decide to go your own way and start maybe a business, something of that nature. But overall, this is a new start, and it's one that will be much more in line for you. It'll be a lot more beneficial. Yeah, a lot more beneficial. You just want to make sure you're not too pushy. Because you may have to work with other people and you don't want to be too pushy because you might attract opposition, because this is some wonderful energy to have and some people could be jealous. That's the truth of the matter there. So, but yes, new start. And as I was saying, if you have been seeking out the truth in anything in your life, this type of energy will bless you with getting to the truth of the matter. So if you're more focused on business, whatever the issues might be that could be holding you up, they'll be exposed. You'll see things for as they really are. If you were put out in the cold and experiencing some trying times, you're going to find out why. But you're also going to be getting that new beginning. So sure, some of you might have gotten put out, but you got a new beginning. Okay, so this is the card of your attitude, and we have the Queen of Wands in the reverse position. She's a Leo. And again, king, queen, it can always be either gender, it doesn't matter. But the overall point I'm making here is it doesn't matter. When we see queen, king, page, knight, princess, whatever decks I'm using, the energy can go either way. Now, this is the card of Leo, and in the reverse position, some of you guys may be coming across as a bit pushy. Maybe some people may be looking at you like you're coming across in a very arrogant way. Not that you would want to. It's just, it's like she has experienced a difficulty. She's really good at creating new directions. And when it's in the reverse position, she's encountered an issue, So whatever your guys' main focus has been on, you may have encountered an issue here, and so this upsets you. So you may be expressing your more aggressive side. Yeah. So this is you guys probably dealing with a loss of some sort, and it makes you feel a bit more on edge, makes you come across as aggressive, bossy, maybe even pushy. Don't shoot the messenger. I had someone comment once, said that I did not like Leos or I wasn't very tactful. That comment about made me fall out of my chair laughing. I'm married to a Leo for over 16 years. I love Leos, actually. But I can't help it. The cards are what they are. I just read them. Okay, moving along. This is the card position of how other people see you. So here we have the King of Swords again. Could be anyone of any gender. But this is how someone would be looking at you. Now with the King of Swords, typically he could be a judge. He could be a lawyer. He could even be a counselor. So some of you could be seeking advice. Maybe you're seeking legal advice. Maybe some of you are seeking, financial advice. Maybe you have a friend that's giving you advice. But the King of Swords is very wise when giving advice because he will take an issue and he weighs both sides of the issue before he comes to a conclusion. So he makes sure that he has all the facts. He weighs what he has, and then he makes his decision based off of that. So, all in all, someone may be trying to give you this type of advice, or someone may be trying to tell you you need to seek advice. Some of you could even be seeking counseling as well, whether it be legal counsel or actual, mental health counseling or marriage type counseling. But this is about seeking advice and getting good advice. Now this is the card position of hopes and fears. We have the Three of Cups in the reverse position, so I'm going to immediately class this as a fear. The Three of Cups in the reverse position can indicate overindulgence, especially in regards to alcohol, which it could be prescription medication or recreational type of drugs as well, but I naturally associate alcohol with it. So it can indicate overindulgence. This can also indicate that you could potentially end up being the object of gossip, or you could be the one that does the gossip. It could go either way, but thankfully this is in a hopes and fears position, so it doesn't have to manifest. And sometimes this can be a card of us, in the heat of the moment saying some pretty brutal things, and then later on we're like, gee, I think I went a little too far. I think I owe someone an apology. So, yeah. This can be a card of, having issues within a friendship. But this can also be a card of having issues within a personal relationship, even a romantic relationship, because Yeah, I mean, I see two threes. No, excuse me, three threes already. So some of you may have been dealing with a third party type of situation. So that would definitely be the reason for a heartbreak. That could have been something, in your romantic life or in a marriage. Yeah, not good. So a third party, so there could have been some cheating for some of you. That'll resonate with some of you.